All right, Rick, let's do some predictions. First game, we're going to start on Thursday night. We don't usually talk about these teams, but Aikens, Travis, 5A versus 4A, Austin ISD showdown. Who do you like in this one?
Well, if you had asked me last week, I would have definitely said Travis. If you asked me this week, I'm still going to say Travis. They've got just too much offense. They threw for 350 last week. That's not the Travis that I remember. I'm going with Travis, even though I like what Aikens did last week.
I'll go with Aikens. Travis, they're fine. They're going to make the playoffs at 26-4A. But last week they were playing Taylor, which is a 3A school. Aikens, 5A school, coming up. Very big victory for them. No really rhyme or reason for it. But I'm just going to pick Aikens to get a 2-game winning streak.
It's a good one.
All right, second game we got Leander, Pflugerville. It's going to be our game of the week. These two teams that play every year, big time rivals. Who do you like in this one?
I like Pflugerville, even though Leander is ranked number 2 in the state in Class 4A. I just think Pflugerville has a more diverse offense. Blaine Krumke is an outstanding quarterback. Adrian Dilworth is a good running back. And I just think that Leander counts too much on their one guy. Their quarterback, Caleb Woodward, is amazing. 300 yards last week, but it took him 45 carries to do it. So I think they're a little bit too much of a one-dimensional team.
They do depend a lot on that one guy, but as you said, that one guy is amazing. 9 rushing touchdowns, 3 passing touchdowns so far this year. Texas Tech kind of snuck in there and grabbed him as an athlete before a lot of people had heard about him this summer, so he's going to make a lot of people happy out there in Lubbock. Leander, the defense has only actually given up 14 points this season, playing very well. Taylor Sugar, Darrell Brooks, Mike Epley on that defense. A lot of talent on that defense, and I think they're just going to be able to contain that Pflugerville rushing attack with Dilworth and Guidry leading the way. But I think Leander wins a close one. I think it's going to be a pretty low-scoring game, but I say the Lions move to 3-0.
Okay.
District 17 4A is actually starting district play this week. We got Georgetown, we got Elgin, 2 of the district's best quarterbacks, and Terrell Simmons and Jake Hubenek. Who do you like in this one?
I like Hubenek. The guy just seems like throws 5 or 6 touchdown passes every game, it seems. I think it's going to be a very high-scoring game. I think Elgin is still going to be hurting from losing that 1-point game, and I just think Georgetown, they're undefeated, and they're on a roll in 4A.
Jake Hubenek, he's probably not the best quarterback. I'd probably give that to Baker Mayfield, but I think he's right up there, definitely in the top 3 in the area. And I think that he just keeps the momentum rolling from this first 3 games this season, and I think it continues until Georgetown plays Connolly, and that's probably the matchup that decides this district. Last game we got Westwood, we got Cedar Park. Cedar Park's finally got their first win last week against Harker Heights. Westwood lost that heartbreaker to Lake Travis. What happens here?
I think Westwood wins. They've got a little bit more offense, actually a lot more offense than Cedar Park. Cedar Park got 10 points last week against Harker Heights in a victory. They've got a good defense, don't have enough offense to keep up. I say Westwood by a touchdown.
I say Westwood wins this one. These guys learned a lot about themselves last week. Not a lot of teams scheduled Lake Travis for homecoming. And I got a feeling that even though they lost by 4, the confidence over there has to be pretty high, because they probably actually were the better team last week, and Lake Travis is a little lucky to get out of there with a victory. So I think what Bear Finnemore and what some of those other guys on offense learned, they can keep that momentum rolling forward as they continue to develop, and that defense is fine. So I say Westwood wins this one, and they will be 3-1 by the time we talk to you guys next week.
I'm sure you got them all right.